Good afternoon. Afternoon, everybody. Hope you're all okay. Let me know in the chat if I'm coming through okay. This is my first time streaming on YouTube for quite a few months, so I had to get used to all the things, all the buttons behind the scenes. Thanks, Ash. I appreciate that. Hope you guys are well. So today's a good stream. It is the 50K FTMO giveaway for RTFX members. It is, thanks Ash, mate, appreciate that. And the $200 giveaway for RTFX members. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to start to do lives on YouTube again, but let's see. We don't know. The reason being, and if anybody not a member is watching this, why I'm not doing YouTube lives, is because I do a stream on Discord for the members every morning at 11:30. Which I love. I love doing that. It's probably my favorite time. Actually, generally one of my favorite times of the day. So then doing the exact same stream about an hour and a half later, for me, is like, I don't know if I really want to do that. Plus, you know, I always put more effort into our members than obviously anything else. So what I'll do is I'll get into the market first, and then I will get to the winners this month. So let's talk about the SPX. SPX today is coming off a little bit, right? It's coming off in a little bit. I don't particularly like this on the 4 hour. You know, possibly a little bit of loss of momentum here. You know, buyers are pushing this on and getting pretty little in return from these impulses to the upside. So that's normally something that I don't particularly like to see. However, if we flip over to the daily chart, we did have this reaction yesterday at the 20. Again, we usually expect a reaction at the 20. We sometimes get that, albeit it is a kind of inverted hammer bar. So it is a bearish bar, but we're getting support again at this area. If the daily closes like this, it's not a bad sign for potential continuation or from this weekly chart to the upside. You know, I still like it to the upside, but the other way of looking at it is we're not quite ready to fall yet, and we're in this corrective pattern for continuation down. But we are seeing the Kiwi strong, we are seeing the Aussie strong, we are seeing the yen and the Swiss weaken off. So it does put in my mind that it's a little bit of a risk-on nature, even though we're seeing this in the SPX. Maybe somebody knows something that we don't. So yeah, I would be worried about this, but let's wait for that daily. Obviously, we have NFP later. That will make a big difference in the market. I think this month will be quite key. I always say I don't trade NFP. I'm always waiting for the market's reaction rather than the news itself to see where it takes that area. So I think that's in about 4 hours from now. Just be aware if you are in any positions, volatility will occur around that time. Wait half an hour or even an hour, maybe don't even trade it, and see how the market reacts to the news. But on smaller time frames, it does look a little bit bearish, right? I mean, it's coming off a little bit on London Open now. Here, pull back, a deeper pullback into this area. Does that look bearish? Possibly rejection of that area, but it is a steep pullback, possibly going into a potential V reversal. But again, I'm not going to take a massive stance on this. I'll sit on my fence until probably Monday after that news. Dollar's strong, though. The dollar is continuing to motor up. I thought yesterday we'd get into our ABC. We've not got that. It did push on. It did break through highs. And dollar looks strong. You know, are we expecting a pullback? We've had a few gaps here. Yeah, I would go with that trend until you see a reason not to. For me, at the moment, it is pushing on. Is it extended? I wouldn't say it's massively extended on this 4 hour. I know that's not great for you. Use Swiss trade, Ash, but it has opened up quite bullish on the DXY, and it could continue. So I would watch that chart for a reason. Until then, the bias of buying that dollar absolutely makes sense. Be aware of NFP. So NFP will obviously have an impact on it. So dollar up, SPX. Dollar up, SPX. I still like SPX to the upside. You know, I'm not seeing anything yet from the technicals that tells me this wants to fall just yet. I mean, potentially if you get this, it may change your sentiment. I know we've got this, But if the daily certainly closes today, then let's see on that SPX. I just like where the weekly is. You know, we've had a decent drop. You know, this is the thing. We have had a decent drop. The SPX is long all day of the week in terms of a longevity aspect. You know, it's not as much as COVID, but if you think about this COVID drop, you compare it to here, we've still dropped a lot. So anyway, let's see what happens over the course of the day. Okay, watch list today. Oh, let me get my watch list up. Not too much. Here we go. So Aussie Swiss, Euro Pound, and I'll go into the breakout. So Aussie Swiss and Euro Pound. Aussie Swiss is breaking through. I have a feeling this may have gone now. Here, let me get this here. Yeah, I think this has gone a bit too far for a breakout retest. We were looking at this area to come back from a reaction from that 200. Good context here. Nice ABC, few bars here, and a nice breakthrough on high volume. Didn't get that as a breakout. Looking for a retest. I think this is probably gone now, so I don't need to talk about Aussie Swiss. Euro Pound. Yeah, 103 exit signals just got triggered on my use. Unlucky, mate. Unlucky. I like the idea. I mean, I'll go into that now. Actually, use Swiss, because this is what I was personally looking at with use Swiss. We've got our larger V reversal here. Corrective in. No aggressive entry on this. Looking for a tag of this area. Slight reload for breaking to the downside. So I did like the idea of it. Obviously, it's not ready for me. But on the daily chart, we are in that rangy environment. Do we want to come down and test this support zone? You know, I think we do. But depending on how that risk sentiment continues, depending on NFP today, obviously, but recent price action there, you've got your V reversal, tag that area. Look what's happened quite a few times. So you're expecting it to come down here? I mean, I kind of was. So use Swiss, I like the bias, but it just depends on that dollar strength. But I wouldn't be massively. Listen, you got to stick to your plan, right? You know your plan, just stick to it. I just think this maybe comes down today, but we'll see. Use Swiss. Euro Pound. Euro Pound is breaking out very nicely from this head and shoulders pattern, obviously going with this longer time frame trend. Breaking out, looking for a retest. Hopefully that retest comes in the form of our 40-60 box. Fib level, catalyst to entry, inverted hammer, engulfer on high volume, continuation of that trend. That I like. That I certainly want to get that. The only issue is if we actually get it. You know, I couldn't take this as a break. Need a retest, continuation of that trend. Take that all day of the week if it comes. Euro Pound, okay, UJ, USD JPY. I won't be trading today, by the way, on NFP. I'm not interested in that volatility. I don't think any setups will come today for me anyway. But UJ is still setting up quite nicely. This is exactly what I wanted at this area. A pullback into this zone, looking for a push on, for a break to the upside. Remember, the context for this is great. At B wave on this 4 hour, if we look at this as an ABC. A, B, C here. My favorite types of breaks are B wave breaks. And looking for a little bit more mess in here, a bit of accumulation, 20 period catch up, break to the upside on UJ. I like that. I like that as well. Daily still setting up. We've got our basing structure here, ABC. You can see that a bit clearer on the daily chart if I zoom in a wee bit. If I just do this. There we go. We can see this a bit clearer. A, B, C, cut with handle, basing structure here, or V reversal. Then we have our 1, 2. So A, B, C, 1, 2. Morning star, pushing on. This is where we are looking to break from. So again, it's a bit more aggressive on the 4 hour, but again, it's a really nice entry for me. If we don't get that and it decides to push without us, then I can look for an entry up here on UJ. B reversal, ABC, push on, tag the area, accumulation, 20 period catch up. Take that again. That's another trade. I like all these trades on the watch list. It's another trade that I take all day. And if the market doesn't like what's coming out today, you know, if the numbers aren't great with what's going on with Russia and Ukraine, we could see a decent drop. We could do that. We could see that. But let's wait and see. And the yen will obviously be a beneficiary of that. So that's why I'm saying just be a wee bit aware. New Zealand Swiss, I think New Zealand Swiss is gone. New Zealand Swiss has gone there. We were looking at this yesterday. Not quite enough for a breakout, but certainly enough for a breakout retest if it comes. I would need a little bit more in here. The daily chart was good. Daily chart was good. We're seeing that Kiwi being bid. You know, changing trend on this daily from this price action here in terms of our Dow theory, higher highs. Breaking through. We're breaking through this high now, so the swing is confirmed. Looks more like a change in trend to me rather than a pullback. So, I mean, look at the bars here. Dominant candle is certainly green. So, New Zealand Swiss looking for a retest, depending if we actually get it or not. But certainly a nice trade. New Zealand Swiss silver. Silver is still on the cards. Silver here is doing exactly what I wanted to do. I needed a bit more of this on the daily chart just to digest this impulse to the upside. It's still got quite a bit to go for me. The 4 hour is setting up, but I don't know if I'm massively comfortable taking this if it does move to the upside. All right, there's no doubt this is nice. Again, our AB potential shallow C. I'd rather this come down deeper and, as I said, give us something like this to take the breakout to the upside, creating that cup with handle, head and shoulders pattern. And again, that adds more daily bars into that daily chart, letting the 20 catch up, digesting that impulse. We want to be getting into trades at the right time, you know, ready to move, RTM. So RTM, ready to move. I don't think this is quite ready to move. I wouldn't want to be on board with it if it does go today, but let's see. Or sorry, if it does go today, I ain't going to be involved in it. But if it goes next week with a better digestion, then yeah, I will. What I do like is Litecoin. Litecoin here. Litecoin here is nice, you know. Maybe a trade for tomorrow, because obviously crypto is trading over the weekend. But this is good. Here. We got this. Let's take it from here. Cup with handle. We're in this accumulation phase. We've got that 20 period catching up. Crypto's starting to take, I mean, it's had its impulse from the last few days kind of sold into. Certainly in Bitcoin's case as well. But if we zoom out with Litecoin, it's a bit cleaner because, again, we go with that simple trend theory, our Dow theory trend analysis is that we're creating lower lows here. Right, we didn't breach the highs in Litecoin, which is what I like about it. So looking to break through this area, it seems to be quite significant that, I mean, it's the $100 mark essentially for Litecoin, which will be a psychological level. But if we get a decent closure today, I think I'll take that trade tomorrow. You know, if we get this, look at price action. We had a reactionary here, fake out to the downside for me, wasn't ready to take the break. I don't mind that it's come into possible stop locations here, taking retail out, and then say, okay, we're going to go back down again. So I like this, you know. We get a good closure today. Breakout here, stop loss above here for a bit of a longer term play on this daily chart. For me, makes sense. Makes sense, actually. I like that. So Litecoin to the downside. Be aware I may be taking a trade tomorrow. There is the other option on B-Wave here. If we got a pullback, see ABC. Potential break of this area as well, but that's yet to set up. I need a little bit more there for me to get in on that, but I do like that. So I could be taking it tomorrow. And finally, EURUSD I've kind of talked about already. So yeah, EURUSD, as I spoke about with Ash there, reversal, corrective in, tag that area again, little reload, movement to the downside. EURUSD is potential for next week. I like the fact that yesterday we closed underneath that 200. 20 period is now starting to curl down. We have that V reversal in the daily, not breaching these highs. So shorter term, it is on a downtrend. Dollar is looking strong. But we don't know what's going to happen with NFP today. You know, is a dollar going to be bid into NFP and then sold off? Considering, I mean, I wouldn't say it's climactic or extended, but the chart certainly isn't very nice to look at, but it is strong. So 200 is still there. I still like that. I still like where it is for USD Swiss to the downside, but let's see. Let's see. Okay, who's in the room out of the RTFX guys? Are you all here? Let me know. I know Ash is here. Let me know who else is here before I get into the prize givens. What we're all here for, right? Silver, are you here? I think Silver. Who's normally on my streams? Clarence? Aaron? Or maybe you can't type if you're watching the stream live. Anyway, I'll get into it then because I'm not sure. Aaron, there you go. There you go. I'm not sure if you're watching on your phone or something, if you can actually type while I'm streaming or if they come off or whatever. Anyway, I'll get into it. So the first one we'll do is the $200 winner. So every month we give away $200 to a member of the community, which that we feel, me and Andrew, the mentors, feel that have, benefited the community, have been like a nice member, helpful, just adding to the place. And yeah, it was quite difficult this month because there was a few that could. Hey, Audrey. There was a few that could win this week. There's been a lot that have been on my streams quite consistently, which is great to see. Newer members being on my streams quite consistently. But I think me and Andrew have chosen this week. The winner is Nikolai. I think that's a good decision. He's been really active since he's come on board. He's obviously sending quite a lot of memes, which is great. Helping newer members, helping the when people have questions that maybe that we are not there for, he gives his input, and certainly a well-deserved winner of the $200 in cash. So Nikolai, if you're watching this, I will get in touch with you and send you that your way for hopefully a nice weekend with you and your missus somewhere on us. So well done, Nick. Nikolai, I hope I spelled that wrong. You are the winner. Okay, the big one, the $50,000 FTMO giveaway. Now, if you don't know what that is, if you're watching that, you are new. Every month at RTFX, we give away a $50,000 FTMO challenge. I'm obviously doing my verification here on my 200,000 one, which I've actually frozen for a week, up around 201. Frozen this for a week because I didn't think market conditions were great. Starting back again on Monday. I've still got another month for that anyway. But yeah, I had a few good entries. I think I'll read Martin's one when we do a private stream on Discord for the members because I think it's really interesting and really good. I've just given it away. Anyway, so the $50,000 winner for this month is Martin. Well done, mate. That is absolutely well deserved. His submission was excellent. He's actually recently passed a few free trials. You know, in the FTMO, you can actually get the free a free kind of trial where you do everything that you would with a paid one, but you do it free. And he showed me, like, he sent his written submission, showed me he passed it. So well done, Martin. You've been part of this. You've been part of RTFX for quite some time. I think 4 or 5 months. And absolutely well deserved. So congrats, mate. And yeah, again, I'll get in touch with you and we'll sort out the package from then. So well done, Martin, and well done, Nick. And I think that's our 6th one we've given away now. 6th one. I think that's the 4th $200 winner. So there you go. Not sure many communities will giving away. I mean, it's about probably 12, maybe $3,000 or $4,000 we've given away to our members. There you go. 7 days free. If you're watching this on CanShop, the link is in the chat. The link is down below. Right, guys, I am going to go off. It's Friday. I'm not interested in trading over NFP. I am going to go and play golf, and I'm going to have a beer, and I'm going to wait till next week for the markets for me to be a bit better. But I will be watching Litecoin tomorrow. So there's my biggest pick for today. Would probably be Litecoin, potential shorts if we get a good bearish close today. All right, guys, have a great weekend, and I'll see you all on Monday. Cheers, guys. Trade safe. Peace.